Hello there, wonderful people. This is Delana from Delana's Yoga Suite. And today we're going to get into a flow, our sweet yoga flow today in this session. And we're going to focus on the pose gate pose. So just a small disclaimer that this is an open level class, no experience is necessary. So feel free to join in on this session and practice. If this is your first time joining the mat, joining the practice, welcome. If you are returning to your mat, returning to your practice, welcome back to your practice. There will be modifications or variations for all of the poses provided during this session. This is also a prop-friendly class. So feel free to grab anything and everything that surrounds you to help you get in and out of your poses. And again, if you don't have the fancy yoga gear, no problem. You don't need that if you don't have it. If you have it, great. If you don't, no worries. Feel free to grab a pillow, an extra blanket, a beach towel. Feel free to grab hardback books for your blocks. You can even grab like cans of like vegetables and fruit. Again, feel free to grab anything and everything that will assist you with your practice. Feel free to also grab a chair so you can use a chair during your practice. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So if you have any types of questions, comments, or anything, feel free to place them in the comment section of the video here or the session. And after the session, I'll definitely answer all of your questions. If you have a question later that you weren't able to get during the session, no problem. Just go ahead and ask it in the comment section at the bottom of the viewing video, and I'll still answer all the questions there as well. Also, a few little small announcements. On June the 20th, Delana's Yoga Suite will be reopening. Yay! For in-studio classes. We will be returning to our regular scheduled programming on June the 20th. That'll start on a Saturday. And so definitely go to the website, delanasyoga.suite.com, and book your classes, get your class passes, book your Thai massage sessions. Those Thai massage sessions, the hours have been extended for those, and I'm still offering those 7 days a week. So feel free to check what's going on here at the studio. If you're interested in receiving any weekly and or monthly newsletters, definitely go to the website, delanasyoga.suite.com, fill in the contact page with your information, and you will be guaranteed to receive any other great news and events and things that are happening here at the studio. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and begin. So we're going to start off with our opening meditation. So with this opening meditation, feel free to create that seated position wherever that is. You'll notice that I may grab a bolster. Feel free to grab a pillow, a blanket, any type of cushioning that will allow you to elevate your seat or cushion your seat. You can also use a blanket if that is better for you to elevate and cushion the seat as well. Feel free to use a little bit of both. So feel free to grab anything that'll help position your seated position in a more comfortable way, because we're going to be here for a while. So as we create this comfortable seated position, feel free to straighten the legs if this feels better. Feel free to bend the knees. Feel free to sit on top of the knees or cross the legs here. Wherever you are within your seated position, go ahead and tilt the hips and pelvis forward, lengthening the spine. Rolling the shoulders up, around, and back. Pressing the crown of the head toward the ceiling. Draping the wrists across the knees and thighs. Palms facing up in case you need energy. Palms facing down in case you need grounding. For meditation, the thumb and pointer finger can touch at the tips. The three fingers can extend while draping them across the knees and thighs. Kasepana Mudra, where all of the fingers are interlaced except for the pointer finger. The pointer finger can start to point down while pressing both palms into the belly button, releasing anything that does not serve your purpose mentally, physically, or emotionally. Wherever you are within your seated position, feel free to also press your back up against the wall in case you need that support. If you're sitting in a chair, slide your back all the way to the back of your seat while firmly pressing your feet into the floor. Take a deep breath in through the nostrils. And as you tilt the hips and pelvis forward, lift the heart, relax the shoulders, exhale through the nostrils. Feeling the eyelids roll fully closed or half open, half closed, so that not only do you gain a full sense of center, but you bring in the here and now. Breathing in through the nostrils. Slowly exhale. Breathing in through the nose. Sliding the breath across the forehead. Sliding the breath across the crown of the head. Down into the neck and shoulders. Sliding the breath down into the arms. The tips of the fingers. The chest and shoulder blades. Breathing into the left and right rib cage. The stomach and lower back. The left and right hip. The thighs, the knees, the shins. The tops of the feet and toes. Allow the breath to expand from all directions, creating space and energy, creating calm. Whenever you're ready to exhale, allow the breath to lift from the tips of the toes, sliding the breath over the balls of the feet, the inner arches and heels, sliding the breath over the ankles, the calves, underneath the knees and thighs. Sliding the breath from the left and right hip, the stomach and lower back, the left and right rib cage, the chest and shoulder blades, the tips of the fingers, the arms, the shoulders, the neck, the chin, the lips, feeling the breath leave the nostril. Allow the breath to leave the body, melting your muscles and bones into the mat and floor. Take a deep breath in through the nostrils, slowly straightening the legs out in front of you. And you can leave the blanket underneath the seat if you would prefer to, but I'm going to release the blanket. From here, go ahead and come into your staff pose, pressing the heels forward, pull the toes toward the face, tilting the hips and pelvis forward, pressing the fingertips and palms on either side of the seat and hips, lifting from the crown of the head, lift from the heart. Take a deep breath in through the nostrils. Inhale, lift the arms above the head, coming into your seated upward salute. If you have hypertension, high blood pressure, shoulder issues, definitely bend at the elbows, cactus arms. Palms are going to face the ears. So take a deep breath in. We're going to lift the heart, tilt the hips and pelvis forward. Exhale, bend that right knee into the stomach and chest. Take a deep breath in. We're going to roll that right knee down to the side of the mat and floor. Feel free to press your right foot anywhere above or below that left knee. Continue to flex the left foot, pressing the left heel forward. Pull the toes toward the face. Wherever you are within this particular seated position, you can use a blanket or a pillow to cushion or elevate and support that right knee and thigh. So if you have any knee issues, feel free to really support that knee using a blanket, using a pillow, or any type of cushion to elevate. From here, again, we're going to lift from the heart, tilt the hips and pelvis forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, rolling that right knee back into the stomach and chest. We're going to come into our spinal twist. So first and foremost, take a deep breath in and lift the heart. Relax the shoulders. From here, we're going to take the left hand and wrap it around that right shin, or if you really feel comfortable here, go ahead and roll the whole right arm, the whole right elbow to the outside of the right knee. Walk your right fingertips and palms to the rear of your mat, lifting the heart and relaxing the shoulders. For those who are really feeling this pose here and you're interested in coming into a bind, wrap your left arm around your right shin, then walk your right fingertips further behind your back to interlace the fingers. So that's an option if you're looking to really get into a bind here. But we want to make sure that the right thigh presses into the stomach and the stomach presses into the thigh. As we lengthen the spine here as much as possible, lift the heart, relax the shoulders. We're going to twist over top of that right shoulder. Neck issues, definitely look straight ahead. Inhale to lengthen from the spine, lift the heart. Exhale to twist. Breathing in. Exhale to twist. Breathing in. Exhale to twist. Slowly breathe in through the nostrils. We're going to untwist the torso. Go ahead and walk your fingertips to the front of the mat. Lifting from the heart, relaxing the shoulders. Go ahead and straighten that right knee down to the mat and floor. We're going to switch legs, so I'm going to switch directions. Feel free to remain wherever you are. You can switch directions, but I'm just going to switch ways, switch directions so that you can kind of see what the pose looks like from the opposite side. So we're going to press the heels forward, pull the toes toward the face. Inhale, lift your arms up toward the ceiling or bend at the elbows. Take a deep breath in, exhale, bending that left knee into the stomach and chest. And from here, we're going to twist to the left. So taking that right hand, feel free to wrap that around the right shin. You can walk your left fingertips behind the back here. And we want to make sure that the left knee presses into the stomach and the stomach presses into the thigh. So you will feel some constriction within the stomach here. So we still want to breathe even with this twist here. Relaxing the shoulders, twisting over the right shoulder or straight ahead. If you're interested in lifting that whole right arm to the outside of that left knee, feel free to. And you can also come into that bind here with wrapping your right arm around the left shin, walking the left fingertips behind the back to interlace the fingers. But no matter where you are, lift your heart, relax the shoulders. You can even bend the elbow here. Just as long as that elbow and arm are anchored to the outside of that left thigh. But breathing here, inhale. Exhale to twist. Breathing in. Exhale to twist. Breathing in. Exhale to twist. Slowly breathe in, untwist the torso. Slowly release your arms and hands and rolling the arms and hands around the body. Go ahead and rotate the torso forward, untwisting the torso. Breathe in, straightening that left leg. Feel free to shake out the feet and the legs here. Whenever you're ready, we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, we're going to flip ourselves over, coming into hands and knees, tabletop pose. So your palms are going to press underneath the shoulders. Fingers are going to spread apart. And we're going to press the knees hip-width distance apart, the tops of the feet pressing into the mat and floor. Feel free to use a pillow, a blanket, or any type of cushioning to rotate underneath the knees if you need that additional support. So when we're here, hands and knees, tabletop pose. We're going to curl the right toes under and straighten the right knee behind us. And again, feel free to use that blanket and pillow to support your knees here. We're going to rotate our whole right side up toward the ceiling. And we're going to first do that by pressing that right heel down, point the right toes forward. Peel open that right hip, peel open the right shoulder, extending your right arm up toward the ceiling. And if you have hypertension, high blood pressure, shoulder issues, press the hand at the hip. If you're looking to come into an extended version of this pose, roll that right arm above the head. Palm press down and feel free to engage a hand mudra or inspiration. You can support the bottom leg by curling the left toes under and pressing within the balls of the feet. Wherever you're feeling comfortable here, we're going to hold here for a little bit longer. This is going to be the pose that we focus on. If you have any type of wrist issues, any palm issues, use your blanket or pillow to cushion underneath that left palm, and you can even bend at the elbow, press into the forearm, and you can still come into your gate pose here. So no matter where you are within your gate pose, press your hips forward. Lengthen that whole right side of the body. Breathing here, inhale, press the hips forward. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Extend and reach. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Press the hips forward. Breathing and feel free to look up toward the ceiling or sky. Exhale. Press the hips forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take a deep breath in. We're going to roll that whole right side of the body down from the shoulder down into the hip. Go ahead and bend the right knee underneath the hip. Separate your knees hip width distance apart. Come back into your hands and knees tabletop pose. From here, we're going to switch sides. So I'm going to switch sides. Feel free to remain wherever you are. Coming into our gate pose from the opposite side. Again, feel free to use a blanket, a pillow to support your knees here. Feel free to use that same, a different blanket or pillow to support your palms and wrists. If you do have any wrist injuries and you need a little bit more support with that right palm and wrist, you can bend at the elbow and press the forearm here. So again, whichever one best fits you. But we're going to go ahead and straighten that left leg behind us, curl the toes under, press within the balls of the feet. And whenever you're ready, we're going to lower that left heel down, pointing the toes to the left side of the mat, that wide side of the mat. So your toes are pointing to the left, while the right toes are pointing to the back of the mat here. So we're going to go ahead and peel open the hip here, stack the shoulder. Adjust your arms wherever you'd like them to go. Feel free to try all three, but again, if you have hypertension, high blood pressure, shoulder issues, rest the hand into the hip. Your arms can extend above the head. The arm can reach above the head. Feel free to inspire your hand mudra. But we're going to press the hips and pelvis forward as we extend this on the whole left side of the body. Look up toward the ceiling if you feel interested here, or straight ahead, especially if you have any neck issues. But again, this is your pose here. So feel free to try different versions of it as we continue to breathe throughout the pose. Do not feel obligated to hold your sweet pose. Find that version that best fits you. Breathe deeply here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Press your hips forward. Exhale. Lengthen the spine. Breathing in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly breathe in. Go ahead and peel that left shoulder, the left hip down. Bending that left knee underneath the hip. Come back into hands and knees tabletop pose. We're going to come into our Balasana pose, child's pose. So feel free to press your knees and thighs together so that when you press your seat back, your full spine can release itself and you can get a little bit of a small massage with the tops of the thighs here. Or go ahead and separate your knees to the width of the mat, allow the big toes to touch. Press the seat back, lowering your crown of the head. Arms can extend in front of you, or your arms can relax beside the body. Wherever you are within your child's pose. Again, support your child's pose using some blankets. Support them using pillows. Again, your practice doesn't have to be super fancy with all this fancy equipment and all these other things that are kind of sold in stores. Sometimes Your yoga practice is whatever you have or whatever is in your artillery. So use whatever is within your environment. Again, you don't have to be fancy. The whole goal is to get into the pose at your best quality, at your comfort. So figure that out. Take your time here. And remember, no matter where you are in your child's pose, you can come here at any time. You don't have to be told to come into your child's pose. If your child's pose calls for you in the middle of a flow, stop the flow. Come into your child's pose. Take that time out to care and come into a self-check with the self. If you need to take a break, if you need to reconnect with your breath, come here. Again, this is your practice. So no matter where you are within a session, a class, if that is called for, if that child's pose is called for, go ahead and take it. Breathe deeply into your child's pose. Allow that breath to expand from all directions out of the body. Feel the breath extend and reach from the crown of the head and slide down into the spine. Breathing deeply in through the nostrils. Slide the breath down into the legs and feet. Exhale, relax the breath. Allow the shoulders to slump forward. Allow all of your muscles and bones to just melt into the mat. Wherever you are within your child's pose, add a blanket, add a pillow, and ease the breath. Breathe in through the nostrils. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. If you need to grab a little sip of water, do that as well. You don't have to wait till after your practice, after your session, to grab a sip of water. Grab some water now. Wherever you are within your child's pose, we're going to slowly lift ourselves in to hands and knees, tabletop pose. Sliding the palms underneath the shoulders, knees hip width distance apart, the tops of the feet resting to the mat and floor. This is your pose here. So if you need to take a break or if you need to take a rest, Balasana is one version of pose that you can rest in. You can also come into hands and knees, tabletop pose, or downward facing dog, which is another pose we're about to get into. So if this is as far as the body will allow you to go, hold here and hands and knees, tabletop pose. Coming into downward facing dog, push your seat back. Draw the head back as well. Curl your toes under and stretch all of the toes, pressing to the balls of the feet. Go ahead and straighten the knees here. Lift the feet and hips. Continue to push back, drawing the head in between the elbows. Feeling that openness within the fronts of the elbows. You may also feel tightness in the hamstrings and calves. If you do so, put a small bend into the knees or a big bend, whichever one best fits you. You can press your feet and ankles together or separate them to the width of the mat. You can also lift and lower the heels here. Feel free to pedal the heels, but lift the seat. Exhale, push back, deepening that downward facing dog. Breathing in through the nostrils. Exhale, push back. Breathing in, inhale. Exhale, push back. Breathing in. Exhale, push back. Inhale. Exhale, push back. Slowly breathe in. We're going to lift that left leg, or if you're in hands in these tabletop pose, straighten the left leg behind you. We're going to come into our warrior one. So hopscotch, walk, run, however you can step that left foot forward. So here, feel free to use your hardback books, a stack of magazines. This is where that can of fruits and vegetables can come in. You can use those to press on either side of the left foot. Feel free to use your fingertips, your palms, whatever can assist you. But we want to make sure that the left knee sits over top of the ankle here. On the right foot, curl the right toes under, straighten that right knee. Take a really deep breath in into this low lunge. Lift the head, neck, and chest. Drop everything into your hips. The only thing that you adjust is that right leg. Breathe in a really deep breath in through the nose. Whenever you're ready to exhale, drop your right heel down to the mat and floor. You may have to walk that right foot just enough to drop your right heel. If that right foot turns into a 45-degree, feel free to. Inhale, rock your torso back, coming to your warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. So I'm going to come to the opposite side so you can see it from the open side, the other direction here. Lean back, relax the shoulders here. Bend into your front knee and pull that right hip forward. Feel free to rest your hands at the hips, engage the toes. You can also bend at the elbows, press the palms at heart center, arms can straighten above the head, palms can press together, arms separated at the shoulders. Relax the shoulders. Feel that breath lift from the crown of the head as you exhale, press into the toes, bend into the front knee. Breathing here, inhale. Exhale. One full breath, inhale. Exhale. Relax the shoulders back, breathing in. Exhale. Inhale, we're going to lift that right heel. Transition into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Go ahead and turn that right heel so that the right toes are pointing to the right side of the mat. You're going to feel that right hip drop open, and so will the chest. Slide that right foot back so that the right foot is directly behind the left foot. So the left and the right foot are on the same line. We're still bending to the front knee. Arms lifting at the shoulder, shoulder width height. Palms press down, fingertips spread. Turn your head over that left shoulder. Breathing here. Inhale, bend into the front knee. Exhale, press into the toes. Inhale, relaxing the shoulders. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take that deep breath in. We're going to rock back into Peaceful Warrior. Pressing your right hand to the back of your right thigh. Once again, open up that left side of the body. Continue to bend into the front knee. Reach that arm back. Reach the left arm back. Breathe deeply in through the nostrils. Exhale. We're going to lift the torso, but now we're going to cartwheel the hands. Come back slowly into your low lunge. Lowering that right knee if you need to, or just lifting that right heel off the mat and floor. Take a deep breath in through the nostrils. Exhale, lift your head, neck, and chest. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Inhale, step back into your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana, or come into your hands in these tabletop pose, or come into your child's pose, Balasana. Feel free to try all three if that's where you are within your positioning, within your session. Again, we want to follow the needs of the body. So if the body says pull back, take a break, go ahead and do that. Engage your breath in. What I mean by engaging, go ahead and mindfully breathe in through the nose. Exhale, push your breath back. Inhale. Exhale, really release your breath here, no matter where you are. Inhale. Exhale. Feel free to shake the head out, yes and no. Breathing in. Exhale. Inhale, lifting that right foot off the mat before we're going to come back into that low lunge. So slowly shift your body forward. And again, however you can get that right foot there. So if that right foot doesn't make it there within the first hop, take your right hand, guide that right foot to the tips of the toes, the palms, take it to the top of your blocks. Your left knee can rest into the mat and floor. Or you can curl the left toes under and straighten that left knee. Once again, bend that knee over top of the ankle to protect that joint. Only adjust that left leg back. Drop everything into the hips. Lift the head, neck, and chest. So I'm going to switch directions once again. You can see from my open side here, but that right foot is in the front. Take a deep breath in. Transitioning to Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. Slide that left foot up. Continue to breathe in, rock back. Use this opportunity to adjust your Warrior One. So if you need a wider leg positioning, go ahead and walk that back foot out a little more. Don't be afraid to come off the mat. Just make sure you have enough traction to press both of your feet into the mat and floor. Bend into the front knee, lean back. Adjust your arms to where you prefer them to go. Again, this is your Warrior One. So relax the shoulders back, bend into the front knee. Breathe in. Exhale, push the air out of the nose. Inhale. Exhale, push the air out of the body. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, release the breath. Take that deep breath in through the nose. Transition into your Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Lift your back heel. Go ahead and turn your left toes so that they're pointing to the left side of your mat. Slide the left foot back so that it's right behind the foot on the right. Bend into the front knee. Your torso will open up from your chest, your stomach, your hips will open up in the same direction as your left toes, but your right knee, your right toes will bend into the front, facing the front along with that right shoulder. Arms extended at shoulder width height, fingertips spread, palms pressed down. You can press the palms at heart center if this is where you are. Breathing deeply wherever you're feeling this pose at. You may feel this in the quadriceps, the tops of the thighs, maybe in the shoulders. So take in that breath in. Exhale, bend into the front knee. Go ahead and turn that head over the right shoulder. Inhale, breathe deep. Exhale, release the breath. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Inhale, rock back, pressing that left hand to the back of the leg. Coming into your peaceful warrior, opening up that right side of the body, reach the right fingertips back, bend into the front knee. Breathe deeply. Feel free to look up here toward the ceiling. Breathe in deeply. Exhale, lift the torso. Cartwheel both of your hands on either side of that right foot, your blocks, your pillows, whatever you have in your arsenal, lifting that left heel or lowering that left knee. Come into that low lunge. We're going to hold here for just a few breaths. Breathing here. Inhale. Exhale. Lift the head, neck, and chest. Drop into your hips. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Take that deep breath in Exhale, hop, scotch, walk, run. However you can step that left foot forward, come into your standing forward fold, Uttanasana. So if you feel that tightness in the lower back, flatten your back, come into Ardha Uttanasana, where the palms can press into the shins. Your fingertips can dangle just as long as you tighten your stomach from the left hip to the right hip. Feel free to use your blocks here. Feel free to use your hardback book, your can of vegetables or fruit. And stack the spine, you relax the shoulders, press the crown of the head forward. That's your half forward fold. Feel free to come into full forward fold where you tuck the chin to the chest, round the spine here. If you feel tightness in your hamstrings or calves, put a small bend into the knees until those tendons are ready to release. Feel free to wrap your hands around the backs of the calves. Feel free to wrap your hands around the backs of your heels. Feel free to walk your palms underneath your feet to the toes, touch the wrist, or just allow your hands to dangle to the outside of the legs here. Drawing the stomach a little bit closer to the thighs, drawing the chest, breathing here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in through the nostrils. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in deeply. Exhale. Press into the feet and toes. Slowly breathe in, lift the torso. Take your time here. We're first going to roll the shoulders up, around, and back first, and then we're going to lift the head up, around, and back, stacking the head on top of the spine last. Coming into your mountain pose here. Relaxing the arms beside the body, palms facing the legs. Engaging the toes here. We're going to come into our balancing pose. We're going to come into our mandala pose. And definitely feel free to take on any other variation of your mandala pose. So if you have any knee issues, definitely take on the modification and variation that I'm going to start off with. You can also go up to a wall. Press your back up against the wall here. And as we get into the mandala pose, you can use this wall as your prop to assist you down. But first and foremost, we're going to start off by separating the feet a little bit wider than the hips here. So just separate the feet a couple of feet apart. Go ahead and kick your heels in, point the toes out. From here, take a really deep breath in through the nose. Go ahead and start to bend the knees. Tuck in your lower back, tuck in the hips, pull the belly button in, but lift your heart and relax the shoulders. Bend the knees. Your palms can press to your heart center, elbows pressing to the sides of the body. So continue to bend the knees. Now again, if you have knee issues here, hold here. This is your pose. You can also come up against the wall here, and again, separate your feet a little bit wider, pressing my back into the wall, separating my feet, my toes are pointing out. I can still bend the knees and use the wall to guide my spine down. Again, continue to tuck in your hips and pelvis. Release that lower back as you lift the heart and relax the shoulders. So that's the first variation. Again, remember to hold here, and you can kind of play with your mandala pose even here. With just lifting one heel, maybe the other, maybe both. So that's one variation or version coming to your full mandala pose. If you feel comfortable with deeply bending the knees and dropping the seat, go ahead, lift the heart. Continue to bend the knees, lower the seat. Go ahead from here, since the palms are already pressed together, and you'll notice the palms are no longer at heart center since you dropped your seat. So press your elbows to the inside of your knees and thighs. Take your palms and finger pads while they're pressed together. Pull both palms down until they're at heart center. You're going to feel your hips drop open. This is a really awesome hip opener here as well. Lift the head, neck, and chest. Child's pose, again, will always welcome you here. So no matter where you are, feel free to. And again, you can lift one heel here. You can lift the opposite, or you can lift both. And your seat is still dropping. The head, neck, and chest are still lifting. You can also come to the wall here and do that. Pressing yourself, your back into the wall. Your feet are separated. Guide your spine down, bend the knees, and continue to slide the seat down. Continue to lift the head, neck, and chest as you press the elbows into the inside of the knees. And you can still kind of play with the pose here with lifting one or both heels while pressing your back into the wall. So again, this is just a little bit of support. So we want to deeply breathe and focus that breath into the hips here. So really breathe in through the nostrils. Exhale to release the breath. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in through the nostrils. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Feel free to roll the eyes closed here. No matter where you are with slightly bent knees or full bent knees, if the heels are lifting or lowering, breathing here, engage the toes. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. We're going to come out of our mandala pose, so press into your feet and toes. Tighten your stomach from the left hip to the right hip. If you're fully bent in the knees and the elbows are to the inside of the knees, lift the palms here. Release your elbows from the inside of the knees. Draw those hips in just a little bit. Slowly breathe in and press into the feet and toes and slowly lift. From here, go ahead and heel toe the feet in, hop, scotch, walk, run. However you can walk the feet in. Coming into your mountain pose. Once again, pressing your feet into the mat and floor, lifting the head, neck, chest, and torso, lengthening the spine. Just take that rejuvenating breath, even here. Take a full, noticeable, mindful breath. Fill the body completely. And then release it. Slowly breathe in, coming to your standing upward salute. If you have hypertension, high blood pressure, shoulder issues, press the palms at heart center or hands at the hips. But if you feel all right with lifting the arms above the head, feel free to press the palms together, interlace the fingers, or just separate the arms shoulder width apart. Press your toes and heels into the mat and floor. Press the hips, the pelvis, and the thighs forward. Draw the head, neck, and chest back. Breathing here, inhale. Exhale, reach back, rock back, breathe in. Press your seat forward. Exhale, supporting the lower back. Inhale. Exhale, slowly inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, slowly roll yourself forward. Lead with your chest. Delay this forward fold, and once the spine reaches halfway, bend the knees and lower your feet. Feet are pressed into the mat and floor. Feel free to wrap your arms around the shins or underneath the thighs. We're going to lift the heart here. We're going to relax the shoulders. And we're going to continue to press the thighs together. Feel free to leave the hands here, whether they're wrapped around the shins or underneath the thighs. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit, feel free to reach your arms in front of the shoulders. Feel free to reach the arms above the head or out to the sides of the body. Breathe in, slowly lower yourself. Tighten your stomach from your left hip to the right hip. This is going to help support the spine, and we're going to use this to control how far we roll ourselves down into the mat and floor. But slowly slide yourself down, one vertebrae at a time. Allow the back of the head and neck to rest last into the mat and floor as you reach the backs of the hands into the mat and floor above the head, or you can relax the arms beside the body, palms facing up. Breathing in, straightening the legs out in front of you. Allow your feet to just release and roll away from the body. If you're interested in creating a little bit of a restorative pose here, you can take a blanket or your bolster or your pillow, your beach towel, and you can roll that underneath your knees and thighs here. So that as you slide the spine down, the legs are elevated just a bit. If you have any type of sinus issues, you may want to lift your torso a little bit higher so that you can breathe a lot better. So using a pillow, a beach blanket, press that into the lowest part of your back, the lowest part of your spine, right into that lower back. And make sure that the pillow or the center of the pillow or blanket is at the column of the spine. So we really want that to roll to the column of the spine. And then when you roll back, your shoulders will roll to the outsides of the pillow or the blanket. So your shoulders should be able to roll off. Your torso is going to be elevated here. And you can do both. Elevate the knees and elevate the torso. So go ahead and adjust your final resting pose, your Shavasana pose. And once you find that final resting pose, that final Shavasana pose, definitely create that space and comfortability and just hold yourself there. As we come into the pose that we've been looking for, our goal, our whole purpose of practice, Shavasana. If you feel any tension in your feet, in your legs, release them and let them go. If you feel any tension in your hips, in your seat, in the stomach, release them and let them go. If you feel any tension in the rib cage, in the chest, in the fingers, in the palms, in your forearm, in your biceps, in your shoulders, in the neck, in the chin, in the lips, in the nose, in the cheeks, in your eyelids, in the forehead, in your ears, in the back of the head, in the crown of the head, the top of the head. As you slowly roll the eyelids fully, above all else, just let go. As we come back to the here and now, allow gentle and soft movement to return to your fingers and toes by wiggling them. Allow the wrists and ankles to rotate in circles, shaking the head yes, rolling the head no. On your next exhalation, bend both knees into the stomach and chest, wrapping your arms around the shins or underneath the thighs, giving yourself a big hug. Thanking yourself for coming to the mat. Thanking the self for taking care of the self. On your next exhalation, roll yourself to the right side of the mat while you remain in fetal position, allowing for the right arm, blanket, pillow to cradle the head. After one or two of your breaths, slowly and gently lift yourself into a comfortable seated position while remaining in meditative state. Allow yourself to come back to that deep breath in through the nostrils. Exhale. Slowly roll the arms around the body, connecting the palms at the top of the head. Exhale, slide both palms at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Thank you for coming to your session, your practice. Thank you for sharing your journey on the mat with me here at Delana's Yoga Suite. I look forward to seeing you soon. May you find peace within and without. Namaste. Thank you everyone for joining me for this session. Again, I look forward to seeing you all in person soon. And again, feel free to share your videos with friends and family. Your self-love doesn't have to just stay with you. You can always share it with your community. I once again thank you again for joining me again on your journey on the mat. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Have a good day, a good moment, and a good week. Bye-bye.